Hi, everybody. Welcome into the Wager Talk TV YouTube channel. I'm Tony Mejia from sportsmemo.com, and we're going to break down tonight's WNBA opener of a doubleheader you can watch on Ion as the Indiana Fever face the Atlanta Dream. And this one's being held at State Farm Arena. Undoubtedly, the Caitlyn Clark effect in effect, as this one would normally be played at the Gateway Center Arena, which is typically the Dream's home and home of the College Park's Skyhawks of the G League. But because people like to see Caitlyn Clark and spend their money to watch her play, this one's being moved to the State Farm Arena, home of the Atlanta Hawks, and it is sold out. Over 17,000 will pack the State Farm Arena, and it will be standing room only to see the Dream and the Fever square off for the second time in a matter of 10 days or so, as the Fever won the first matchup between these teams on June 13th, so 8 days ago. They won 91-84 to start what is a 3-game win streak, looking to be 4, and that is newsworthy because the Indiana Fever haven't won 4 consecutive WNBA games since 2015. So they're looking to get on track. Obviously, they started slow. They had a brutal schedule to start the season. It took a little bit for Caitlyn Clark and her teammates to get on the same page, but they are surging now, and the Dream have done their part in terms of being a playoff team out of the gate. They come in 6-7, looking to get back to 500, but are suddenly an underdog in this game. They opened up a 1.5-point favorite with a total at 163.5. Current line as of Friday afternoon has the Fever as a 2.5-point favorite with a total now down to 163. Money line is Indiana laying 145, laying 145 to win 100, and the the Dream to win straight up would pay out plus 125 per $100 bet. So Indiana currently the 8th seed in the WNBA. If the playoffs were to begin today, they would make it. And the Atlanta Dream is currently 7th. This is the 5th meeting as head coaches between Christy Sides and Tanisha Wright. Sides was an assistant under Wright in Wright's first season in Atlanta, and then Sides got the Indiana Fever job last season, and they obviously struggled despite Aaliyah Boston being the WNBA Rookie of the Year. Ended up with the number 1 pick into Caitlyn Clark, and now they are surging and hoping that the best is ahead of them. Certainly a lot of fanfare regarding Indiana. In the first meeting between these teams, like I said, a 91-84 Fever win last week. Kelsey Mitchell had 24 points, and Aaliyah Boston led the way with 27 and 13 boards. Katie Lou Samuelson had 11 in that game, including the go-ahead three-pointer late first quarter. It was tied at 18, and then the Fever never looked back after that, surging ahead by halftime, and then withstanding runs in the third and fourth quarter to win that game by 7. And Caitlyn Clark did not play well in that game. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 7 turnovers. She shot just 1 of 6 from three-point range, 3 of 11 from the field. So certainly she has been better of late. Caitlyn Clark has 6 assists in 5 of the last 7 games. She's led her team in dimes in 15 of the 16 games, tied or led the team in scoring 7 times, and has led in rebounding twice before the last game, where she led them with a career best 12 rebounds. So we're getting closer and closer to the first Caitlyn Clark triple-double of the year. Her legs look like she has them under her. It was certainly a hectic start to the season, and obviously the college basketball season went deep for her with Iowa reaching the national championship game. So it looks like she is going to be resting for the Olympics, and will come back with a lot of juice. So all the wins that Indiana can pile up before the Olympic break will go a long way in their pursuit of a playoff berth. And certainly today's game will go a long way, and Indiana should take advantage. That's our play today. We like Indiana on the money line. We have no interest in laying the 2.5 points on the road, especially if this is a tight one. You never want to be stuck with a ticket in your hand that has Indiana minus 2.5 and they win by 2, and you feel hollow and empty inside. So let's not do that. Let's go Indiana on the money line at State Farm Arena. And although a lot of those fans in attendance will be cheering on the Atlanta Dream, certainly Indiana has proven in a win over LA that Clark and the Fever can take over an opposing arena. Ryan Howard, who scored 26 points, and in that first meeting against the Fever, is out for the Dream with an ankle injury. She was scooting around on a scooter, staying off of her ankle. Hopefully it doesn't keep her out too long, but certainly she will not play. Point guard Jordan Canada, the offseason acquisition, still out with a hand injury, but they will have Powers, who's good to go after missing the Minnesota Lynx game with an illness. The Dream lost to the Minnesota Lynx 68-55 on Wednesday night. They'll begin a 2-game homestand here. Obviously, this one, like I said, at State Farm Arena, and then they're back home at the Gateway Center to face the New York Liberty on Sunday. Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, Tina Charles, Nia Coffey should have the front court load to split up with Howard out, and they're looking for Haley Jones and Crystal Dangerfield to be productive at point guard. With Canada out, that's been the case all season. We should see Lorella Kubai get more minutes now with Howard out as well. But again, given that Aaliyah Boston is playing so well and Alyssa Smith has been productive, she had 10 and 5 in the first meeting between these teams, and they won with Caitlyn Clark really struggling. I think Clark plays better here, and the Fever prevail. But again, no interest in laying the points, so we will ride with Indiana on the money line. And for you totals players out there, it's at 163. The last 5 meetings between these teams have produced 175 points or more 3 of those 5 times. But again, Christy Sides and Tanisha Wright know each other extremely well, so I'm not messing with the total. Indiana Fever on the money line. That's our free play here at Wager Talk TV. Want you to destroy that like button and make sure that you're following all our videos here at Wager Talk TV for WNBA coverage, MLB. We've got the Stanley Cup final going off on Friday and potentially seeing a Game 7 this weekend. We're going to get you prepared for the football season, MMA, golf, anything that you can wager on. The Olympics will be a big deal this summer, obviously. We will have you covered here on Wager Talk TV. Follow me on Twitter at Mejia Dinero. I have free plays available at my sports memo page, sm.buzz/TDM, where you can also find my packages. I have a half off package, my preferred MLB play of tonight. Thanks to those who watched and who took part in my $2 Thursday win on the Rickwood Field game between the Cardinals and the Giants. I prescribed over 9 runs and we got to 11. So hooray for everybody that prevailed there. So take advantage of all of our deals at both Sports Memo and Wager Talk, and keep an eye out for our winning videos, all for free here at Wager Talk TV. I'm Tony Mejia, wishing you a wonderful weekend and reminding you we're riding with the Indiana Fever tonight. Thanks for watching.